You're now listening to a Rat House production podcast. For more podcasts like this, head to ratthaus.net.
Or no?
Who?
The Scott and Matt?
No.
Okay.
Are you a part of their band?
Whose band?
Matt?
Yes, I am. I'm the bass player.
Gotcha.
Where do you guys record?
It's a recording studio in Whittier, on Whittier Boulevard and Ocean View. I forget the name of it though.
Okay.
I just know the guy that owns it. His name's Nick, and he's a badass.
And he's a badass.
Well, shout out to Nick for being a badass.
Shout out to Nick.
Yeah,
being a badass. Yeah. Hey guys, welcome to Hurrayforjose.
Yeah,
as always,
intro.
I'm Jose. We got Jay, Nick in the house,
up?
And we also got Chris.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Chris.
Good to be here.
Family
We
guy.
love having Chris here.
Do the I know you
We
can
are
do
gonna
that
get
impression.
I like being here.
We are gonna get a camera on you one day, so everyone can see your beautiful
Nah,
face.
it's all good.
No, we'll do it.
I'll be in the shadows.
Into the shadows.
Wow, you got a pretty face. You got to show that shit. That's the moneymaker right
With all
there.
the fucking scruff.
Yeah.
Hey, well, you do both sometimes, right? Can you produce and fucking be on it?
Yeah.
There's another seat right here, Chris. But
Well, producing has to be right there just to man the controls and stuff. I mean, there's not too many controls on this show, but
Yeah.
still works.
so, what are we talking about today?
We are talking about mental health.
Okay.
And right now, mine is pretty high because I am the fucking
Yeah, the
Rat House
champ.
king.
The champ.
The champ right now.
Let's go, champ.
For an entire year. If you
Dude,
guys
that
want to
was
check
fun.
out, that episode, it's gonna be, I believe, on Bandcamp, and if not on Bandcamp, it's gonna be on the ratthaus.net website, so you guys can check it out on there and see the fun game that we did. We do it every year. We do a competition, see who's gonna be the king of Rat House, and this year I won it. I got the belt. I'm holding on to it for a full year. I'm gonna take full advantage of its perks,
That was
which
badass.
I'll make up the perks now.
You're going to be walking around the mall with a fucking belt like you're the champ. People like, who is that guy? Is he a celebrity?
Hey, give this champ some Pumas, man.
I'm kind of somebody.
I'm kind of a big deal,
That's badass.
You should do stand up with that belt.
right?
Right?
I'm the
I bet you
king.
there is someone that does stand up with like stuff like that.
Yeah, his
Right?
name's Carrot Top.
Oh. Duh. Fuck, I've gotten that being a ginger my whole life.
Carrot Top?
Oh, Carrot Top, he's fucking weirdly buff guy. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know. What's that have to
at
do
least
with
saying
me,
you're
though?
buff, We
Huh?
could have called you like Carrot Mush, but
Hey, thank you.
Yeah,
I've
there
been
you
working
go.
on the...
there you go. See?
Yeah.
They don't realize that cup is like 300 pounds.
What?
That cup, man, you just picked it up like no problem.
Oh.
Fucking
I'm sorry, I'm high. Allegedly.
Yeah, I'm pretty low right now.
Yeah, I know. But see, that's why, like, when I smoke, like, it doesn't affect me in a negative way, like a downward way.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's talk about that mental health, because that's a good thing, and I want to...
Yeah.
There's a lot to say.
It's been requested, so why not talk about it?
Yeah. I was thinking yesterday, I was just like, when you break an ankle or something, or you break your arm and you go see a doctor, right?
Yeah.
Well, when your mental state is, off or something, therapists and psychiatrists, those are those doctors.
Yeah,
but we don't think about that.
It's good to go to them when you are feeling down or have some emotional like issues that are going on, mental issues, like whatever's happening. It's good to release that, not to suppress it so much.
Yeah.
I've suppressed a bunch of shit, and I'm sure you have. I'm sure Chris has. I'm sure everyone suppresses things that they don't want, because I think we got raised with that mentality of you have to suppress all your feelings. You don't show emotion. Don't do this because it will make you a smaller person,
especially as a male.
And it's not true.
Yeah.
Like
we're always held to a standard that we're supposed to be tough and mentally strong and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But sometimes we just got to be vulnerable, and to ourselves, we have to be honest with ourselves. Do we need help?
yeah, and that feeling of vulnerability, that shit's hard.
Yeah.
It's rough. It's really fucking rough. You just have to have a good support system,
Well, it's all about outlook too. I mean, it is rough, but at the same time, if you accept it, because we are human and we do feel that way sometimes, but you just got to deal with that emotion just like you deal with other things, other truths. Across the board, you just got to have a positive outlook, and that directly will help mental health. But then there's other ones that are clinical, mental diseases that they are just fucked.
And a lot of
And
people,
it sucks.
yeah, and a lot of people don't
hate
understand
that
them.
that's
So
reality.
yeah, a lot of people don't understand them. So they're always judging people. They're always telling them, "Oh no, that's not that big of a deal." It's like, no, it is like something small and minuscule to me.
Yeah.
Could be something massive and could take a huge effect on like your life or something. You know, on your mental health and mental state. And so it's all perspective. Everyone gets affected by certain issues differently, certain diseases differently and stuff. Because like with autism, you know, there's different severities of autism.
Yeah.
You know, and some people will be like, yeah, you know, like I'm autistic. They're like, well, you don't seem autistic, and they start calling you on your shit and all this. I was like, no, but like I can't concentrate on certain things, or like there's certain things I just can't do.
So they
like,
started yelling like "fuck balls," like oh shit, something's wrong with them.
Yeah, it's like I think that's Tourette's though.
Yeah. Oh well.
I mean, but there are different forms of
cluster them together.
Yeah. No, but like that too. With Tourette's, there's also different severities of that too. There's different kinds where people have verbal outbursts. Some people have like certain twitches
Tics,
that they do. Yeah, certain tics. So it's all different. You know, some people can handle them. Some people can't. Like it affects people differently.
And we're so blessed not to have those, because it could have happened to anybody, but by somehow it just didn't happen to us per se, you know, the three of us in the room. But it's a possibility, and people need to be sensitive to those people, because we are fortunate to have our sanity.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and it's a powerful thing, you know, just to be able to have this discussion and deep thought. Like, this is a forum for free words, free feelings, free everything, you know.
But at the same time, you know, people construed what other people say so differently too. Yeah. So what we think is okay to say, some other people were like, well, they shouldn't fucking talk about that, or they'd be like, oh, these people haven't experienced that, so they shouldn't be talking about it because they don't know about it. But at the same time, I say, why not? It's good to learn.
We have to talk about it though, because when we talk about it, with communication comes understanding. You know, why are relationships so unsuccessful? A lot of times it's because miscommunication. If you don't ask things, how am I supposed to know that I'm not doing something right? If you don't tell me, it's communication.
Exactly.
So
a lot of people want things, but they want you to just somehow just automatically know.
Yeah, what the fuck?
It doesn't work that way. Like, you got to give me some hints, some clues.
Yeah.
So you gotta.
But then I guess because you got to look at the other side of the coin. You know, maybe we do need to be more in tune with the person that we are dating, because maybe we would have seen those flags that she was not verbally saying, but you know what I mean?
Like people's. You're saying like learning how to read your significant others, like body language, facial expressions,
or just how
signs of like size, or you know, like
if you really want to be with someone, you gotta text them all the time, see how their day's going, call them, and just that way there's understanding there.
But some people don't like
some people don't like it. Everyone's
some people
different.
fucking hate it. Like, dude, stop hitting me up all the time. Like, I'm gonna talk to you when I get back from work or from school or from whatever. Like, I'll talk to you. Don't worry about it. Like, you don't have to hit me up every fucking hour or so.
That's true. I guess sometimes some relationships, I mean, all relationships are different, but some require more in that sense.
More attention. Like, whether it be the male wanting more attention or the female, because it goes both ways. Yeah. There's some needy women out there. There's some needy men. Yeah. And I think some of the weirder relationships, in my opinion, are when it's two very like independent couples. Like, so they don't really
too much independence.
Yeah, like we're like the male and the girl, or guy or whatever it is, where they really don't talk too often. You know, they're always doing their own separate thing, but yet they're still happy. They can still be happy and stuff. But I just find that like so odd. Like, how can you be so like in a relationship but yet so separated, and it's totally cool. Like, it worked. That's what works for them. Like, if it works, cool. But I just find that odd. Like, there's got to be some kind of like connection somewhere. But I don't know.
If they're both like that, I mean, and they're happy, then that's how it is. But if one person isn't like that, then I think they should do themselves a service and find someone else that has a like mind like they do.
But sometimes
instead of sacrificing yourself, you know what I mean? You got to be yourself, who you are. You got to be content with who you are. Yeah, if someone isn't like that, somebody else will.
There's a show that my sister was watching, and I sat down and watched it with her, and it was fucking insane. It was like weird. It was one of those reality type shows. But they would get couples and they would split them up, and they would make these people like go out with someone who's just like them. So there'd be like a chick who's like, yeah, you know, I like going out all the time, I like hiking, I like partying, I like doing this, all that, blah, blah, blah. they pair them up with the same person and they fucking hate it.
Really?
They hate it. And so I guess it's kind of try to make them realize, look, if you can't handle it, how do you expect your significant other to handle you?
Yeah.
If you're the same person.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, you know. So they see the different extremes and stuff, and some of them end up liking it and end up sticking with that person instead of the other couple.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's why I like meeting the people like the old fashioned way. Like I haven't done too much like online dating or anything like that. And just because myself, like I feel comfortable meeting people in public and you get to gauge people a certain way.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, you know, I think you're cute. Like, can I get your number? Can we go to eat? Just have a conversation when you like, you know, over lunch. And if you guys just didn't work out or you don't like something about them or they don't like something about you, it's more natural like that. That's how I could gauge it. But I feel like a lot of online dating stuff, you kind of like just put together. It's just different.
When you're texting or like messaging and stuff like that, you have the time to come up with a good response and stuff instead of being in person, being like, oh, I like this. Oh yeah, me too. Well, actually engaging in a real conversation. Yeah. That's what not a lot of people are doing.
And you can see their reactions towards things. Like you can say something like, say you're talking about politics or you're talking about anything. And then you see a stance and their stance is just so extreme. You're like, wow, like, do I want to hook up with someone like this? Do I want to date someone and possibly have this as a girlfriend?
Yeah.
No. Then what are we doing here? You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
not saying I'm going to wife you up, any girl that I just go have lunch with.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You start thinking that way.
Yeah. It's like an interview. Every date is an interview.
Kind of. No? Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's an
you're
interview,
seeing if they're
man.
a candidate that you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you're going to have them as a full-time employee, you know, you're going to bump them up to, you know, fucking co-president or whatever, or you're just going to have them there and be like, all right, you're a good associate. Like we can make things work. We can work on something. You know, it's
that's
like,
good
all right,
way.
you got something that I need. I got something that you need. You know, we'll work out deals. Like there's certain, you know, it all evolves from that kind of thing.
It's interesting. It's interesting. Like,
Chris, how do you like meeting girls?
I'm fairly old fashioned too. I'm like meeting people in person.
Yeah.
Even if it's like stranger or something.
Yeah.
But I am realizing that like online dating is probably the trend and that's the way things are going.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that have met online dating and people gotten married through that.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
But I hear that most of the time it's not like through Facebook or Tinder and it's those actual sites that you pay.
like eHarmony and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
That people
But you could
meet
use those to hook
significantly.
up too. You could just like Tinder, like
Well, yeah, don't they have that one thing like fuckbook or something like that? Just strictly
Yeah.
like fucking.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy how it's so direct now. It's just so cut to the chase. And some people don't have time to fucking meet people or they're just so antisocial that they can't, it just doesn't happen natural. So this is kind of an avenue for some people that can't communicate well.
Some people have straight on like year-long relationships online where they never see the people in person ever.
And you think it'll ever be a thing where like people just date for a year and it's just like you go into it knowing like I'm only going to know you for a year. Like imagine and then okay.
I'm sure
and then
there's
after
people
the
like
next
that.
year you just go with someone else. That'd be weird.
that is weird.
Dude, I'm sure there's people who are like that, man. They're like, yeah, I only date people for 6 months and after I'm done with them.
They probably have some issues, you know what I mean?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, so I mean that's
issues.
a crazy thing too. Like when you meet different people and date different people, you see like some people have some issues and deep-seated issues in their minds, and it's just like it's fucked because those whatever happened to them prior affects people their entire lives.
Yeah, and the thing is, a lot of people don't want to deal with that baggage, so they end up leaving. It's like, dude, if you really care for the person as much as you say you do, you're going to stick with them through this baggage. You're going to help them fucking sort through the baggage and clean it out.
But you also have an image of how you want your life to be.
Yeah.
And it's not your job to fix everybody you meet. Some people can't be fixed.
Yeah.
Some issues that they have in their head just cannot be swayed and they're going to die like that.
Yeah.
I mean, like
it's sad, but there's also some people who don't want to admit that they have a problem or an issue of any kind of sort. And so they don't look for help. People try to get help for them and they don't want to do it. So they'll end up doing it, but it won't take any effect because they really don't want that help.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get better, if you know you have issues, I mean, what are we doing in life? We're trying to go along this journey and just be the best versions of ourselves. So, I mean, let's talk about it. If you have issues, if I'm doing something wrong, I would hope you tell me that way because you're directly helping me in my life, in my journey. So, if I thought I saw something that you're doing wrong, I'm definitely going to tell you.
Yeah.
You know?
Imagine how crazy it would be if people actually live their life not the way that society wanted you to. You know, so you're not living day by day just to work to make working to make enough just to pay rent or pay bills and do all this stuff, but you're actually living, like you're actually going out seeing things, you're traveling, you're doing all this. And I see a lot of people who do work, but they travel a hell of a lot more.
Yeah.
And they look like some of the happiest people out there because they're experiencing different cultures, even if it is still in the United States. But they're learning, like, if like people from California are completely fucking different from people in New York and like Delaware and Atlanta and all. Everyone's just completely fucking different. Like this different like mentality that they have, and a lot of people don't experience that difference.
Yeah, isn't it crazy that our country is so big, but it's so diverse? Like
like
culturally.
There's everybody in there. We have a big Amish community in the United States out there. You know,
Amish.
like Miami is practically Cuba. Like California, Texas, and Arizona are vastly like Hispanics. There's a lot of Hispanics there.
Yeah.
You know,
Puerto Rico.
Yeah. There's Puerto Rico. There's a lot of Puerto Ricans in New York and Jersey and all that stuff out there.
Yeah.
And
It's gonna be a lot more too.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And think about
I didn't even think about that.
And
They're
think about,
all going to go to New York.
But also think about how different,
Puerto Rico, New
how
York.
different also the Mexicans from California are compared to the Mexicans in Texas.
Yeah.
So fucking different.
Yeah,
We're so different. And we're all living in the same goddamn country with the same stuff, you know, same food, same everything, but just so different.
It's kind of like we're too big. Like our country's so big that we're like our values are just so different, but we're all stuck together.
Maybe somebody should think about splitting them up between North and South.
Yeah, but isn't it interesting though? Like we all, like,
it is.
Like
it's
there's so many people, like Republicans and Democrats, so different in their thought process.
Conservatives, liberals.
Yeah, but we're so big. We're all one country. So it's like when we have a new president and it's different from the old president, you're going to get a lot of people that agree. You're getting a lot of people that disagree. But it's not just disagreements. Now there's protests, shootings.
When the thing that they should be looking at, what we all should be looking at, are the things that we all agree on.
Yeah.
Not just things that, because we always try to, the human mind is made to focus on the negative. You know,
it's weird. Why is that? Why is it publicized? Like,
I don't know.
You always hear the negative
it's,
shit that happens.
Like,
you never hear about
I think it's because of the media.
Yeah.
You know, because what do they show you on the news? Like, oh, this person got killed. There's another killing here. There's this here. There's that here. There's this. If you look at news around the world, if you actually like check out different news stations and stuff from everywhere, they're showing some positive stories. They're showing, oh, look, there's this organization that's cleaning up the ocean. There's this and that. They're showing a mixture of real shit, good and bad. It's not just the majority negative like it is here.
Yeah,
a lot of it's so negative. They try to strike fear into society, and it's horrible.
Yeah.
That's why I think we're slowly trained to focus on the negative. Because there can be like 1,000 people telling you, you're a great guy, you're a great guy, you're awesome, dude, I love you, man, you're cool. Then all of a sudden there's that one guy that just sneaks in, you're a dick. And are you gonna be focused like, why does he think I'm a dick? Like, why? What did I do to make him think I'm a dick? Even though there's thousands of people who are saying you're the fucking coolest guy, you're the greatest person, you just focus on that one same thing. You're a dick. You're like, dude, what? Really? What the fuck?
Imagine, like, just think about this. Like, maybe like the media and all that negativity that they're showing on the news all the time, if it was a distraction, like they're programming us to be distracted by something. I don't know what it is.
Could possibly be.
Maybe. I mean, who knows? Like, you always hear like the theories about like the Rothschild or whatever, like what Rothschild children or something, like what
the Rothschild.
Yeah, like just that
the Rothschilds, the Bilderbergs.
Yeah,
like,
they own the banks and
those people.
Yeah, and all the money is backed by
the top 0.1%.
The elites.
Yeah. The ones that run.
Yeah,
the world.
Just run the world.
Sheldon Adelson and like
so imagine like the oldest Rothschild. I think he's had. Look it up, see if I'm wrong, but I think he's had around
Roths. I think it's Roths,
yes.
right?
Roths.
Okay.
Yeah. The
I always just say it fast. I never knew, so I just say it fast.
But I think he's had like anywhere from like 5 to 7 heart transplants.
What, really?
Yeah, when there's hundreds, like thousands, there's like thousands. Yeah, there's thousands of people who have been like in line to get these heart transplants and stuff like that, but they can't afford it.
6.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Imagine that. And some people are struggling years and years and years to get
7.
one.
Bro, 7?
See, I was on there. I know.
Fucking A. Money makes fucking the world go around, dude.
I'm sure he has his own private hospital. I'm sure he has his own private dog.
He's a fucking zombie. He's not alive anymore.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
He's a fucking zombie.
If you look at him, dude, he looks like leather.
Yeah,
like
really?
white albino leather. He's like,
It says 101. This was written, I think. That was 2016. So
so he's
into
going to
this
be like
geezer.
102.
This geezer.
Imagine a 102-year-old man who's known nothing but power.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was David Rockefeller. He's had 7 heart transplants.
Jesus.
So, Rothschilds had 6.
See, look at that.
Jesus
2
Christ.
of the strongest people want to stay alive because they love that fucking power.
Hey, do you think we're gonna like live a lot longer? Like, the average person's gonna live longer with modern science and stuff like that. Like 7 heart transplants. What the fuck?
I think so. Yeah. Well, there's so many things that they're coming out with now that they're learning how to make artificial hearts and stuff, like with all the stem cell research.
That's
so they're
crazy.
learning how to make artificial like organs and stuff for people using their own cells.
Yeah.
You know, so imagine they're like,
That's
all
so
right,
crazy.
imagine they're like, okay, well, you have a bad lung, right? We're gonna grow you a new one, so in a few years you'll have a brand new adult lung.
That's crazy.
So then once they put it in you, they don't have to worry about it. Is it gonna take blah blah? Because it's your cells,
your own DNA.
So it'll attach.
That's so
easier,
crazy
faster.
that 2017, like the innovation that we have. Like, aren't they gonna do a study where they're gonna try to do a head transplant for a guy?
They already did it.
They did
it.
They did
the first
they do it?
successful head transplant.
They did it.
Yeah,
it was successful
because they were testing it
What
on
the
mice and
fuck?
all this stuff.
That's crazy. Imagine
They would get a white mouse and put a black mouse's head on it.
That's crazy. Imagine like being in a body and then just being put under, and then you wake up and you just have a different body. Like, what the fuck?
But to me, that shows that.
So this says this is recent too.
Yeah, it was like this month.
Well, they said the first human head transplant is imminent, meaning they're planning on doing it soon.
Yeah, see, I knew it. You got me all excited. Jose.
I read like an article that was saying that
But this was November 17th, so it could have happened between. This is the first article that really popped up.
Yeah,
dude, that's crazy. Imagine
I
being
swear
the
I
first
was
guy.
reading something about that. No, there's people who said they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. We're in. We're all in. And then all of a sudden they say no. Look,
That's
fuck
right.
that.
Fucking Frankenstein. That's crazy. See, like, you don't want to be the first one to do it because you know you're going under. It's like, I might not come back. Odds are you're probably not, bro. Like, make your peace now. And then then you're in another body, like a buff fucking ripped body. Like, guess it was worth the risk.
Yeah, dude. Like, there's so much crazy shit.
This
out there.
article says that
No,
there
I'd rather
was
just work.
a human head transplant, but it was carried out in a corpse in China.
What? So he died.
It was already, I guess just for practice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I'd hate to be that guinea pig.
I'm reading one right now that supposedly there's been a procedure where they did the successful one carried out on a monkey.
Yeah, with animals.
Yeah,
maybe.
and then there's been one with like mice and stuff. So if they can do that with their kind of thing, if they can do it on a monkey, which is super similar to a human, I'm sure it's inevitable, man.
Do you think that's just for us as humans to do? Test, shit like that on monkeys and stuff?
That's all we've done our entire lives, man.
But is it bad? Is it good? Like, I mean, because you think about it, we're doing it in studies so to further our innovation.
Yeah,
so we live longer.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
At the same time,
but at the cost of them, is it just? We are.
That's the thing.
We're
That's
the alpha species.
That's the whole line. Like, is it okay to be testing on these animals? That's why PETA is involved. But at the same time, PETA also ends up killing a lot of animals because they end up saving so many animals out there that they have no place to put them, so they have to end up putting them down. So they're technically some of the leaders in euthanizing animals.
There's just like a logic circle right there that it's confusing.
It's like hunting.
Yeah.
You know, like in Africa, they have their reservations and stuff out there.
Well,
but the hunters who go out there are paying like $30,000 to $80,000, and that money, so they can go kill like some animal out there. It's going back into the reservation so they can help feed and protect all these animals, make better security, do all this stuff for them.
And not only that, like the animals that they shoot, they donate the meat. You can't take that meat back to the United States.
I was listening to a thing where how some natives out there, they want elephants like killed at times because
they run through their village.
They'll have their whole crops and stuff, and the elephant will come in, start destroying everything, start taking all the crops. So their whole year's worth of food is fucking gone in an instant. Their houses are destroyed and all that stuff. So people come in,
fucking assholes.
They get poachers. They hire a poacher. This guy comes in, kills the elephant. All of a sudden, the meat's being distributed between all the villages.
Yeah.
And it's not going to waste. It's like the thing that they have to do is like, dude, it's messing up our community. It's messing up our food. Like,
Yeah.
we got to do something about it. Like, we don't want to, but it's all we can do. Like, all the little traps and stuff that they put around, it's not keeping them away.
There's got to be a balance. There's got to be a balance in both efforts because you can't just have too much hunting. It's got to be regulated. But if you don't have
that's why they have seasons for animals.
Exactly.
And stuff,
Yeah.
But the thing that I see so many people like posting pictures with like their kill and all that stuff, which is cool. Do that, whatever. I have no problem with that.
Oh
Whoa.
shit!
There's people always complaining about it.
Scared the shit out of
the
me.
front door.
Good thing I didn't scream.
Yeah. But there's people that scared the shit out of me too. There's people.
Girl scream.
There's people who are online and all they do is complain.
All hard.
They complain like, why are you guys hunting this or blah blah blah. But yet you look in their profile and shit like that, and there's that motherfucker with them holding up a fucking fish that they caught. I'm like, that's an animal too.
Yeah.
Just because you used a fucking some silly string and a fucking fish hook and you caught this thing, you know, put a little bit of peanut butter on a goddamn fucking iron hook. You caught this thing. Like, that's not crude. You're not holding it up by its fucking gills saying like, look what I did.
That's the thing. People have a different idea of what animals are okay to kill, but who's to decide?
Like, we love dogs here, but there's some cultures out there that they find them as a delicacy.
Yeah. Fucking Mexico is crazy. When I went, no, I didn't see one dog on a leash.
Oh yeah.
People are walking down the street like with their dogs, just like they're hungry.
Because they like their tacos with lean meat.
Yeah. Dude, I would eat dog. Fuck it.
I think I might have. I'm not sure.
You might have.
When I was in Mexico, I saw this like taco thing with the dog next to it. It was a beautiful dog. Come back the next day, dog's gone, but they got fresh meat. Tacos were delicious. I might have eaten dog. Not sure.
I'm sure it would taste good, like lean, just because dog. Yeah. I guess it depends on the dog, right? There's some fat shit dogs I've seen walking around. It's like, I don't want to eat that.
I don't think I'd want
to eat. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to eat pug. That just seems like it'd be like chewy, like gamey.
Yeah, I want to try bear.
Right?
A bear. I want to eat a bear,
dude. I've heard that bear's delicious.
Yeah. I hear it changes
really
like the meat tastes differently, like different seasons. Like when they eat a lot of blueberries, their meat's actually blue. Wow. That's cool.
It's like sweeter.
Yeah,
it's like
I want to try it. I have to.
Like it's like when you have
a mighty bear.
It's like even in the simplest thing when you have like free range like cows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Compared to a cow that they've had like in the cages and all that stuff, it tastes so much better. Like when it's roaming around, just doing what it needs to. Like free range chickens.
Yeah.
Have you ever had those?
I got some eggs.
Have you ever had the eggs?
Yeah, from Albertsons.
No, I mean straight.
They look different.
No, I mean straight from a ranch.
No, but they should sell them like that. Like
you'll see the yolk,
like orange.
Yeah,
it'll be it'll be like that dark orange. Sometimes it'll be like red. Because I
thought it was good.
They're delicious.
Yeah.
But chickens are like fucking raptors, bro. They're fucking dinosaurs.
Yeah.
You throw a rat inside their coop, they're gonna fuck it up and eat it. They'll fuck it up. They'll eat bugs, all this stuff. They eat natural shit instead of just grain and
dude, they're like little dinosaurs, dude. Yeah. You see how they fucking attack? You know, like that's like savages, a fucking dinosaur.
Yeah, they're savages.
Like just look at their build, their legs. Like it looks like a fucking raptor, like a small little raptor.
Yeah.
With feathers.
Dude, the first time I ever saw a chicken get killed the old school way was in Mexico. And that was rough. That was rough.
Don't they just rip the head off?
Dude, like, all right, my friend's grandma, she's like, oh, what do you guys want to eat? My buddy's like, oh, yeah, we'll get some chicken or whatever. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, chicken sounds bomb. And she's like, all right. Goes in the backyard, grabs the chicken. Dude, she twists it, snaps its neck. So then she just carries it and then she chops off.
Just all nonchalant.
Just grab it because that's what they do.
Blood is just shooting at her. That's
just what they do, man. They just grab it, they like twist it, and then just like snap the neck. It's quick. They just do it and whack. It's quick, so it dies instantly.
I hear like a rattlesnake. Like if you want to kill it, you grab it by its tail and then you just whip it like a belt.
You can.
And it just snaps the.
Some people do that, or they hold it down and they just smash the head.
Fuck, I'll just run and just do my best that way.
Yeah. Dude, and you can still die from the rattlesnake even though once it's dead. Like if you like poke yourself with the fangs, you're fucked.
Dude, I saw this one thing where this video on Facebook where there's this one guy taking the venom out of a snake and they put it in a cup of blood.
Yeah, it coagulates.
And then he just shakes it up like that.
Yeah,
it looked like jello.
Yeah, it coagulates.
Imagine that just was your leg or something. Oh, I'm fucked.
You get blood clots and those things that shoot to your heart or your brain, you're fucked.
Dude, yeah, snakes
that's why blood clots are some of the most dangerous things in the world, man.
Yeah.
Like, they take down a lot of people. Like any kind of thing, like it can be as simple like you just trip over a chair and like you hit your knee or shoulder or whatever and it can cause a blood clot.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And if you don't know, like, it'll be painful. You won't know. It can shoot up like a tiny little piece of it can shoot up to your brain, and you're done.
Dude, we're super delicate, man. We are. I mean,
yeah, especially like males. Why would they put the most sensitive part outside of the body? Like, why would they put our balls hanging out?
They're just hanging there. It's a shitty place to have them.
Summer school. During summer school, man, I've sat down way too fast.
Fucking mashed up, dude.
Yeah.
That's why. Just to be
fucked up.
It's a curse.
Yeah.
Dude, I hear like sumo wrestlers, like they know how to like work on their muscles, like their gooch muscles or their taint muscles or whatever. And then like they like go up in their stomach when they do the sumo wrestling. That way it like protects them.
Really?
Yeah. And that's fucking great. Like your taint muscles, can you work that out?
Suck them in, just fucking boom, boom. Good.
Well, I mean,
the Japanese know how to do it, I guess.
Yeah.
Protect the balls.
That's why you see a lot of guys getting kicked in the balls and like, oh, I'm okay.
Dude, like I was talking to you about that guy in Vegas with the sign like "kick my balls for $20." It's like, what the fuck are you thinking?
Yeah, bro,
like,
you hit some rough times.
Yeah, that's a rough day of work right there, if you're asking me.
Need the crack rock.
How was work? Long day, 20 hours.
How many
20 hours?
How much did you make? $200. Ouch.
God, yeah, it's been rough. So a little blue, purple.
I'm telling you, when I went, this guy who's a punter, and he just kicked the dog shit out of his fucking balls, and he just hit the deck like that. I'm like, oh, I just walked away. Like, I don't even want to.
Would you do it?
Fuck no.
No, not let someone kick you in the balls, but would you kick someone in the balls for $20?
No.
You pay him $20.
I feel too bad for his balls. Like, it sucks. What did they do? They've done nothing but fucking get him through his life.
He's an asshole.
And you're gonna pay me.
Right?
I know. I think
He's a fuck up. And
I think I would. Does it make me a bad person that I would do it?
I wouldn't do it.
I would watch you do it.
I would do it.
I would walk away.
Because one, it's not like I'm just being. It's not like I'm being a dick and just doing it. And be like, ha, and just running away. It's like,
maybe if you gave him 40,
I'm paying him for his services. Like,
yeah. I guess.
Yeah, like,
I guess
you know,
you're employing him, right?
Yeah. If I want,
you know, out of the goodness,
if I wanted to kick someone in the balls,
what if he rupture a testicle?
Oh,
I'd give him 40. And a ride to the hospital. I don't know.
Hey, he's gonna have bigger problems than the $40 you gave him.
Well, I mean, at that point, he would still have another ball that he can get kicked in.
Can you have kids with one nut?
Yeah.
You can, huh?
Yeah.
Just the odds are like less.
Half, yeah.
Fuck.
I'm guessing, like, just going by simple math. I'm just taking a guess.
It was a good guess, though.
I'm sure you can, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Or maybe you just, like, jerk off twice so you get, like, the same amount, I guess, and, like, then save it.
I don't know. Maybe it works overtime.
Maybe he has a whole bunch of DNA at a sperm bank somewhere.
Right, just say that. Like, I'm gonna,
he thought ahead. We're not
but
giving
then again,
him enough
how
credit.
many people would want his sperm being like, all right, dude, I want this guy, just like baby. You
if
know,
he can still have
he's
kids,
tough. Like,
yeah, that kid's going to be tough if he got it past that. Fucking.
I mean, at that point, it's like Steve-O type stuff, you know,
Yeah.
like Jackass type shit, where they've kicked each other in the balls. God
Yeah.
knows how many fucking times.
Dude, they are the most brutal. I don't see there being another Jackass crew.
No, but supposedly there's going to be another Jackass movie.
Really?
Supposedly.
I'm
And from what I heard, it's going to be called We're Not Done Yet, like DUNN, as a tribute to Ryan Dunn.
Nice.
But I'm not sure if it's going to be completely done. I think everyone just has like their different schedules, so they're waiting until it all matches up, take a few months, and just shoot some crazy shit.
Did you see the tribute that Ari Shaffir did for Ralphie May? Yeah,
Dude, that was so hard to listen to. Have you listened to it?
I have not.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's good. It's super like hard to listen to at times.
Very intimate.
He's talking there just by himself, and he's talking about one of his best friends,
Yeah.
and like how the death of his best friend affected him, and how he knew it was inevitable. And he was talking about how he would say goodbye to every time like he said goodbye to him, he'd say it like if it was really the last goodbye, because he never knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, he was super obese, and you can't. I mean, when you get that big, your body just can't deal with it.
And he had like lung problems and stuff, respiratory problems.
Yeah.
So I think he died of a heart attack.
It's literally like, it's a huge problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it sucks. But just the podcast, it's not really a podcast. It's like a recording of himself. Mm-hmm. But like he gets so heartfelt, and he just like at the end, he's like literally bawling.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my God, like I have a whole nother love for this comedian now because of like he went somewhere. He went real. You know, like
because that's what him and like the rest of the like guys do, like Joe Rogan, Tom, and all them. They see him as like funny, like hilarious, tough exterior type dudes, but then when you do see him open up and be,
vulnerable.
And it's not just to their small group of friends, it's to millions of viewers. They're just being super vulnerable, and they want people to see, like, yeah, you know, we go through this shit too.
Yeah.
Like we have to experience death of our best friends, death of parents, death this stuff, you know. We have to go through it too, and they just share their thoughts about it. Of course, at times they like throw their comedic twist, because you can't turn that part of them off. Like, they always have to make you at least laugh, even if it hurts them.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, isn't that what we're doing? I mean, just as podcasters, you know, we are putting ourselves in a vulnerable place because we're telling the truth. You know, we're telling our truths, our perspectives on things.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
And you're putting yourself out there in a way. So, like, if a chick sees that they're dating, or she sees me as a candidate to date, right? And she finds out I'm going to have a podcast, she's probably going to listen to it because she's going to learn about me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we are making ourselves vulnerable.
Do you think that'll make her think too? Is like, well, if we do some crazy shit, like, he might talk about it on the show.
No,
so it might put her guard up a little bit too.
Well, that's why I have there's an etiquette when you're podcasting. When you're talking,
you don't throw out names. You don't throw people under the bus.
Yeah, because we're not doing this to cause any backlash for other people. We're just communicating our thoughts.
Like in my earlier episodes, I did do that once in a while. Like, and I learned it quick. You know? But not quick enough. 'Cause I did throw some people under the bus at times. Like, not even thinking about it, you just get so involved into the story, and all of a sudden it comes out, you're like, whoops. Like,
and you got to ask yourself a question as a person. You know, why are we so quick to, like? So I thought to myself, do I do that a lot? Do I name drop a lot? And it's like, you got to check yourself sometimes, because you can't be putting other people's business out, just in general as a person.
Yeah, but I think that's a good thing about podcasting too, because it does make you think before you speak.
Yeah.
And there's some people who just blurt out anything.
Yeah.
And I mean, in regular everyday conversation, I'll do that. I'll blurt out whatever. But if we're talking about some serious shit, I'm not just going to throw something out there, throw somebody under the bus, even if I'm not recording now. Like, I'll be like, I don't know if this person might know them or blah, blah, blah. I won't say anything, but I don't know. I'm not going to throw somebody under the bus. So then they meet that person by chance and like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah told me, and they'll be like, really, what the fuck? Like,
I just don't want to have that discussion, because it says a lot about how you are. You know, if you are a gossiper like that and you're telling other people's business out there, like, that's a personal flaw, and you shouldn't have it.
Exactly. Like, a lot of people, they want to confide in their friends.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can talk to you and know you're not going to spill my whole shit to somebody else and stuff.
And I feel like girls see that. Like, you know, like, we were talking about, like, different styles. What's important to some people might not be important to someone else. Yeah. You know, like, they're all different. So I think if they see that, I think they're going to trust you when they can tell that you don't open your mouth about stuff. They're going to feel more comfortable with you, and they're going to want to be around you.
Yeah.
Like, because you want to be around people like that you could confide in, and you know.
Like, I learned real quick too that if you are going to tell a story about someone, all you need to say is, yeah, I know somebody, and then tell the story. You know, like, you make up names. Most people make up names and stuff like that. Yeah, but the story's true. It's just different. Aliases.
Yeah, because we're just trying to get the intent across in a story. It doesn't really matter who it was. That's what they say.
Yeah, because sometimes it's like it can be a really fucked up, embarrassing story.
Yeah,
and
it's something that they didn't want to be talked about, but you just blurted it out.
Yeah, and they're like, I can't tell you shit now. It's gonna be on the air, and everyone's gonna fucking hear it. And
fuck no. That's why. Yeah, and that's why as podcasting, even the best, Joe Rogan, he apologized sometimes for something.
Oh, he apologizes all the time. Even if people aren't outraged about it or whatever, they don't say anything. He'll go out and apologize before anybody even has a chance to say anything bad about it. So they'll see a video of him saying something fucked up, and he'll come back, like, post something on there. He's like, oh yeah, I didn't even realize I said this until I just want to say sorry about this and that. And so people will see the original thing that he said, and then they'll see his apology like right after and be like, oh, okay. Like, and
it goes to show that what just tremendous person he is, because he's catching himself and he's apologizing it because it bothers him. That's how much he wants to critique himself. Yeah. And we should all think that way.
Yeah, we should all be critiquing ourselves, learning how to grow as people, learning from our mistakes, because it doesn't matter how old we get, we're always going to fuck up.
Yeah.
We're always going to make mistakes.
We're always going to be
fucking
learning.
Human.
Yeah.
We're always going to have our ups and downs in life. You just got to learn to accept your faults.
Mm-hmm. And work on them.
You do good from them and just keep living on, man.
Yeah,
it's hard to do. It's a lot harder to fucking do.
When I went to Texas, there's this one guy. There was a family party that we went to, and it's for my friend Brittany's 30th birthday. And we were all drinking. We were drinking all day. We were on vacation or whatever. And I said something to somebody. What did I say? Oh, I took off my shoes. I was walking with just my socks in the backyard.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, oh, where's your shoes at, bro? And I kind of took it the wrong way. And I was just like, what the fuck is your problem, bro? But like, that's just my, like, if I said that to you, you would have been like, fuck off, you asshole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he didn't know me. I didn't really know him like that. And I was drinking. So I saw him the next day. And as soon as I saw him, I was like, hey, man, I just want to apologize for what I did last night. I was drinking and I didn't mean it that way, but that's just how I am sometimes.
Yeah.
And I apologize because you don't know me like that. And it was wrong. And he goes, dude, thank you for the apology. I didn't think of it like that, And I was just like, I feel better now.
It makes
because it was bothering me.
Yeah, it shows you that, like, you accept your faults. You man up. That's the one thing that we all got raised to do is man the fuck up, own your shit. If you did something wrong, apologize, live with it,
and be real with yourself.
If you can apologize to someone, if they don't accept it, that's on them essentially. But sometimes
you've done what you can.
Yeah, I tried to make up for it. They didn't accept it. I got my shit off my chest. It
ended up working out, and I felt better. And if you it's so easy to apologize, because we're always gonna fuck up, like you said. So it's just like when you get used to being okay with saying sorry, you get things off your shoulders a lot easier, and you carry less stress.
But there's also a point where there's some people out there that they'll just throw out apologies, like if they're fucking Skittles. Where there's no feeling.
If they don't learn from it,
there's no feeling behind apologies. That's why my friend's dad and even my mom would say a similar saying. It's like, don't be sorry, just don't do it again.
Yeah.
Which I think that's pretty fucking true,
Yeah.
Like, if you're, like, I learned real quick, don't fucking juggle a soccer ball in the front yard because you might break a window.
Yeah.
Broke a fucking window, I'll go to the fucking park now. Like,
it literally ends.
Especially since I had to fucking fix it.
It literally ends relationships. Like, I've dated a girl that she was always letting me down. Like, every time I wouldn't want to see her phone just because every time I did, it was fucking bad. It was negativity and it was heartbreaking. And then, like, sometimes she'd say sorry to me. I'd be like, don't even say sorry anymore because I know you're lying. Like, you don't care. It doesn't. You aren't truly sorry.
They're just words that are coming out of your mouth at this point.
And then eventually you just have to walk away, like, because you don't want to live like that.
Yeah, and then you have to say the sorry, but I'm out.
Yeah. And some people.
What did I do?
So,
you're
like,
being a bitch.
So true sorries is a big thing,
Yeah.
And I think if you are heartfelt and you mean it a lot, there's a lot to be gained from them.
Especially people who don't like say sorry on the regular.
Yeah.
For things, because usually, like, if you think you're right, you're not going to apologize. If you think you're in the right, it's like you might say sorry, but you might say it in a way it's like, I'm sorry that you feel that way, but this is how I feel. You should respect how I feel, just how I respect how you feel, type of thing. But there's, like, if you actually see someone that speaks their mind and isn't really, like, sorry about things, but then they actually come to you, like, with a sincere apology, you're like, oh shit, like, think, like, he actually realized that he said something fucked up that he thinks is fucked up, like,
and this is even more reason why we have to have communication. Like, when you feel heavy on a topic or whatever it is, and you feel strongly about it, but you're not 100% sure.
Yeah.
You talk to somebody about it, and then that's how you're going to get the best answer. That's how you're going to get the best result, is when we discuss things.
There's also those people, though, who want to discuss things, but they don't know how to communicate, or they don't know how to gather somebody else's input, and they only receive it as negative.
Yeah.
Where there's some people out there that are just strictly negative. That's all they see is negativity.
A stubbornness. Their stubbornness, like, they're just so wrapped up in their thoughts and their ways that you can't, like, I love how Joe Rogan says, I'm not married to my ideas, but you got to make more sense than what I already have for me to change my views on things.
Yeah.
Like, back to when I did that vegan month or whatever, I gained a perspective of how much red meat. We eat an unnecessary amount of red meat.
But it's so delicious.
But I used to always be like anti-vegans and shit on them all the time. Yeah. And it's like, now I have a perspective of it, but you have to allow yourself to take in a new perspective.
Yeah. Like, I don't care if you're vegan or whatever. I just don't like the people who try to push their ideas on you. Like, we can talk about it, we can discuss it, but don't try to make me a vegan. Don't try to push it on me, because it'll be like with religion or it's
like, extremism.
Yeah.
It's a form of extremism.
Like, I agree with what, like, with equal rights for women and like the gay community and all that stuff. But
Sure.
you don't have to try to shove it down my fucking throat when I'm telling you I agree with you and keep pushing it. It's like, all right, now I'm going to fight for the other side and tell you why you're fucking wrong. Just because that asshole side of me comes out and I'm like, no, now I'm going to argue fucking the opposite side of what you want just because you're being a fucking dick about it.
I was thinking yesterday when we were at the brewery, did you see that one chick that had her hair was painted purple and then she had just like rainbow colors, everything, just being so openly gay. But it's just like I
missed that.
If you're gonna be gay, like be gay. It's just a normal thing, you know. That's your life. That's what you prefer, or whatever. You know, that's fine. But you could tell she was so extra in her expression of it. You know, I just thought it was unnecessary. You know, now you just want attention.
Yeah, you're overhyping it.
Yeah, just like veganism, just like if you know, if you're bisexual or homosexual, you know, just live your life. If that's what you like, do it. But you don't have to promote everything. There's a lot of things that I like to do in my life. I'm not fucking forcing it down everybody's throat.
Right?
It's
I like blowjobs. I'm not gonna tell everyone you have to fucking give blow. No, like do what you want to do, dude. You want to suck a dick, suck a dick. You want to fucking get your dick sucked, get your dick sucked.
The comedian, he was talking about how like how many women between, I think it was 35 that he capped it off at. How many dicks have a girl's slept with like by that age? What would be a number that you would believe? And it's just like at the end of the day, it doesn't even fucking matter. Like say you do have a number of your head. What gives you the credentials to think that's an okay number just because you think that's an okay number? And at the end of the day, who cares? If you're single and you're doing this is how you meet people.
Yeah. The funniest part about that too is that by the time you realize how many dick this chick has probably sucked, you've already shared a drink with her anyway, so it doesn't matter at this point. Like,
well, I mean,
it's a done deal.
You sucked those dicks already then. Just with that one drink.
You tasted the same amount, so you guys are even. Like,
it's over.
But you can't judge because then you got to ask yourself, well, how much did I do? And then
I don't know.
And then it kind of opens.
Bro. Like, I haven't sucked any, bro.
Oh, fuck you! I see what you did there, Jose.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice setup too. But
man, you did all the work.
No, but then you start like thinking about how many partners you had, and then you're like, well, fuck. How am I going to judge it if it's a little more, if it's a little less? Like, who's to judge that? I guess nobody. It shouldn't be judged on.
Shit, if she's more experienced, then that's awesome because she can teach me some shit.
Yeah, that's exactly what the comedian said last night. His name Dion Cole, right?
Yeah, Dion Cole.
Hilarious. I was laughing my ass off. Like my stomach was hurting.
Yeah, he's still I saw his stuff.
Nice.
You can catch one of his stand-ups on the actual show on Netflix, stand-ups, and it's multiple stand-up. Like each episode is a different stand-up comedian, and Dion Cole is on there. I think he's episode like 5 or something. 4, 5.
I love where stand-up comedy is now. It's so like it's all over Netflix. Like there's so many specials.
Netflix is becoming like one of the top markets for comedians to release out there.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's getting because it's so easy. Netflix is so easy that everybody has it. So it's just if you just flood that market of it's a no-brainer.
That and I think Netflix is actually giving people a lot more freedom to do their shows how they want.
Yeah.
So they're not really restricting them like how all these other companies are doing, you know?
I was thinking about getting Hulu, but then I was just like, there's so much on Netflix that I haven't seen, and they're always coming up with so much new material. Yeah. It's just like, I don't have regular TV. I just have Netflix. There's so much entertainment. There's YouTube.
We just have Netflix and we have...
What's that?
It's over.
Fuck cable.
It's overpriced.
Overpriced. Shitty product.
Yeah. And now with like, dude, if I want to watch baseball, I have to fucking get Time Warner, or I have to get Spectrum and be like, oh great, now I want to watch the Dodger game. So, but I don't have this fucking company. So fuck.
That's the shitty part. But it works out for me because I don't really follow a lot of sports except for mixed martial arts. That's the only thing I follow.
Yeah, so why don't you get like one of those things where like you can actually get like the fights and stuff like that?
Like a Fire Stick?
No, not a Fire Stick. Like, don't they have like the app, like UFC app and stuff like that?
Yeah, but so what is it called? It's called UFC Fight Pass. Yeah, and you get to look at all the old fights. So, but a lot of the fights I could just find on my phone. Mm-hmm. I could watch them there. I'll go on my tablet, just type in the fight. So,
like the ones on Fox and stuff too, right?
Yeah. Dude, everything's on the internet. You just Google it. You Google full fight, and you just got to look at an ad or something, and then fucking whatever it is, and then you just get to the fight, and you can see them all that way.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck Fight Pass. But then there's some fights, then there is some fights that you can't see, you could only see on Fight Pass. And that's shitty too, because I don't want to spend $8.99 a month. It's only $10, but I don't want to have to pay just to watch some fights. Like, fuck that. Yeah. Like, I'll for sure not miss a pay-per-view at all. I'm always at Scratch watching them all. And
they always have them there.
Yeah. Dude, I'm fucking next Saturday. Who's on that card?
Will you be there?
I'll be on Scratch.
It's Overeem versus
Ngannou. Dude, that's gonna be a good one.
Frankie Edgar versus Max Holloway?
No, Frankie Edgar got hurt, so now it's Aldo. Yeah, the rematch. That's gonna be fucking good too. I just hope Aldo uses his leg kicks. He didn't do it at all, but then now he's saying that he might have been injured, which is why he didn't throw the leg kicks. But that's gonna be a good fight. Holloway is such a monster. He is.
Who do you think is gonna be the next person to fight McGregor?
It's got to be Tony Ferguson.
Yeah.
Is it?
That's going to be such a great fight, too. Look at Conor McGregor.
Ferguson's going to fuck him up.
Huh?
I think Ferguson will fuck him up.
No. Dude, Tony Ferguson got dropped by Kevin Lee.
I smell a bet happening.
Let's do it.
That is true.
Yeah, like Kevin Lee dropped. And Kevin Lee, he was ranked, 7th at the time?
He's a smaller guy. But.
Yeah, but if a number 7 ranked, and Kevin Lee, I can't take anything away from him because he's just a physical beast. But if he's able to take out Tony Ferguson like that, Conor McGregor is going to have a heyday on him. He's going to knock him dead. Conor McGregor's got so much power. That left hook is just crazy. It starches people.
Yeah, but then again, you got to realize they're two completely different fighters.
Yeah.
So what doesn't work on one guy might work on the other.
But I think Conor McGregor's movement and precision is just going to be too much for you. Can't really learn that in a short span. Yeah. Tony Ferguson, he's been in a lot of wars, and that's how he wins. He wins with his toughness and his grindingness. But you can only take so much, and he leaves his head up so straight to take damage. Conor McGregor, you can only take so much damage.
Yeah, Conor's a fucking monster, and he's one of the hardest hitting guys I've fucking seen, especially for his weight.
For sure. When he took out Eddie Alvarez,
but also he is also human, so all it takes is one good contact to anywhere, and
zagged. Jose Aldo.
It can be anybody.
15 seconds, walked into that.
Yeah, if you get caught, you get caught.
Yeah. That's why I love it. That's
why I like sports in general. Anything can fucking happen.
Well, that's why particularly I like MMA, because it's a mano y mano. You know what I mean? Like, say you have a bad night, you could get knocked the fuck out. You know, in a fucking football team, if you have one player that has a bad night, all right, the rest of the team's doing good, you could still win. You know, there's still different factors. But in MMA, if you fucking get hurt, one bad injury early, say in the first round or something, your odds of winning have gone down substantially. But then you could still win. John Jones, he broke his fucking toe, and his fucking bone was sticking out the side of his fucking toe, and he still won. Like, Uriah Hall did the same thing. Did you see that fight? He had a broken foot, but he still fought 3 more rounds or something like that. Like,
it's fuck tough. That, dude.
But like, that's so exciting, man. Just to put yourself in, like, they're like, you have to think like what they're going through. Like, this is a chess match.
It definitely is.
And Conor McGregor is just a master. And because I think Tony Ferguson is good. He's tough, but I don't know how tough he's going to be to take those lefts. Like Nate Diaz.
I think if he gets him to the ground, he could submit him or he'll pound on him for sure.
Yeah. But Conor McGregor's got great takedown defense, and
how's his ground game once he's on the ground? Because it might be tough to get him to the ground, but once he's on the ground, they've shown that it's not up to par with a lot of other people.
So he's been submitted twice. Once by that guy Duffy early in his career, and then to Nate Diaz. But the reason why he got choked out by Nate Diaz was because he got fatigued. He got tired in the second round, and he couldn't fight him off. His problem wasn't his ground game. His problem was his fatigue. He didn't have a gas tank.
But then again, he's going against one of the greatest guys when it comes to endurance.
155ers, Nate. Oh, not only that, his fucking BJJ, but his jiu-jitsu is on point. Crazy.
He's a good boxer.
Yeah.
They run triathlons, man. Yeah. Not even triathlons. Like, fuck.
Yeah. But so in the second time they fought, though, it wasn't a problem for him. Conor McGregor, the ground game, it never got to the ground. He stuffed the takedowns.
That's the thing, it never got to the ground.
Yeah, but because he stuffed the takedowns. Yeah. Tony Ferguson, he's a great wrestler and he's great at jiu-jitsu. See, that's another thing. Eddie Bravo just gave him a black belt. His black belt. So Tony Ferguson's jiu-jitsu's fucking
Yeah,
Grade
just
A.
Eddie Bravo.
Yeah.
I mean, like he's choked
His
really
darts.
good.
Didn't Kevin Lee got him in a triangle? That was a fucking dude. That was sick. I was going for Tony Ferguson. I like Tony Ferguson.
He's a tough guy, man.
I like.
It's hard.
I didn't even realize I'm wearing a fucking Conor McGregor shirt. I'll do fucking nothing.
Doing fucking nothing.
But yeah, I just think he's Conor McGregor. The amount of damage that he could dish out.
His left hand is really.
Yeah.
And
But
dude, when he took out Eddie Alvarez, that 4-punch combo.
Yeah.
4-punch. Eddie after that combination, dude. Eddie Alvarez was just he was done, dude. He
hit him once with the straight left, and then I think he hit him again, and then once he hits him with the straight left, he hits him a couple times. He follows up with the right, with the right hook, and then that starts hitting him. And then
he's
it's like,
so
it's over.
quick, like as soon as he lands one, the other one's already on its way, and it's just like and the power that he has, the snap to his punches, it's
and he throws in a few
it's so
kicks
defeating
to keep the range.
Yeah,
He's like
great at that.
his fighting style in every single fight, it's so fucking different every time.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell
He's
how
always
he's gonna
learning.
fight. Yeah. And he like the one big thing that he always talks about is movement.
Yeah.
The movement of the body, the movement of this.
Yeah.
And he shows it in all of his fights. He's always
does.
doing something.
He's preaching
different.
it. He's telling you what he's gonna do, but he's so good at it, you can't stop him.
Yeah.
I mean, you can if your name's Nate Diaz, but I mean, there was a lot of factors that played into that one
I
as well.
think McGregor's next fight should be Diaz.
It can't because he's not even a top ranked fighter anymore. Tony Ferguson.
It doesn't matter. Everyone wants to see.
It doesn't matter. We have
McGregor,
a
Diaz.
ranking system
Nick
for a
Diaz,
reason.
man.
Wait, what?
I'd rather see him fight Nick Diaz.
That would be a sick fight.
Everyone wants
That will never happen. and it would
Everyone
be
wanted.
so
Everyone
badass.
wanted to see Nick Diaz versus GSP.
Yeah,
they were both.
They
had
did.
I mean, they both had time apart.
Nick and
no,
GSP
no,
fought.
they're saying for the comeback because Nick Diaz has had so many years out. GSP had so many years out. It would have been perfect.
But it wasn't even close. It wasn't even close when they fought. He fucking fucked him for 5 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, why are you gonna? That's not gonna change. GSP looked so fucking good against Michael
fucking
Bisping.
Massive,
dude. When you saw how
Massive.
powerful he was at 185, goes to show what
never stopped
What would
training.
have that happened like that? Like in their primes, GSP versus Anderson Silva at 185. That would have been
It would have been a different GSP. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, but Anderson Silva was such a killer back then. Like he really
they
was.
both were different. Yeah.
He
Dude,
was
when
like
his
the way he
fucking
would
leg
take people
broke.
out. Oh, I almost cried, dude.
Oh, I cringed.
I
I cringed, and then they showed in slow motion. I was
My
like,
eyes got
no.
watery. I'm like, oh my god, like a legend, like the fucking
go out
goat.
like that,
He is the greatest of all time. Just
To
the way
have that shit snap,
Yeah,
not even break, just snap.
I almost cried, dude. I was just like, my lip was quivering. I'm like, fuck, dude. Like
That's
that
why
was
those leg
bad.
checks, man.
Yeah,
Those kick checks.
And
You
it
check that
sucks
shit.
because
Ooh.
Anderson Silva, he just tested positive again for a banned substance.
Yep.
Again, he's getting older. You can't take away years like that anymore. John Jones, fuck, he tested again too. Like,
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
The big no
Wait,
surprise.
like you didn't know that?
No, I mean again. Recently,
John Jones?
Every time he wins, he comes out positive.
Again.
Every
that
time.
guy's a goat too, but he just keeps fucking up.
Yeah, the way he dismantled Daniel Cormier, oh my god.
But a lot of people are
That
saying
kick-
Cormier
it's because
did
of the
good
shit
too.
that he's taking.
Cormier looked good. Cormier
like-
looked really good, but John Jones, that just shows how fucking good John Jones
Yeah.
is. We saw the best Daniel
Fucking
Cormier.
people up all coked out, dude.
We seen the best Daniel Cormier, and he still wasn't enough to beat John Jones. They said like, do you want a third fight? He goes, this isn't a rivalry. I've already lost twice. And it's just like, fuck. Daniel Cormier is a stand-up guy, but I just don't think he is the best at 205. John Jones is.
I almost
Yeah.
want to see if he could try to drop to 185, but maybe that's asking too much.
No, Daniel Cormier? He can't. He had a hard time making weight. Remember that one time when he weighed in
He's
at
wide.
206.4 or something? And then he put the weight, like he put his weight on the towel, so he made 205. Like, that's some cheating shit.
Yeah.
But that's how hard his weight cut is, because he doesn't have a big gut like he used to, but he's not fucking shredded ripped. You know what I mean? It's a hard weight cut for him.
Yeah.
Well, you look at most MMA fighters anyway. They're not shredded. They look like normal guys, dude.
You got to look at the weight class. You go to fucking 135. When you saw TJ Dillashaw was shredded when he knocked out Cody Garbrandt.
Yeah, but I mean,
was a beast.
they have like the most minimal amount of fat on their goddamn bodies naturally, you know.
Well, I mean, they say like it's not good to have too little body fat.
Yeah, you have to be like at the fucking 5, 6.
It's just not good for your brain.
Depending
you
on
can't
your
take damage.
depending
you
on
get
your-
concussed a lot more, a lot easier. So but
I just hate seeing guys when you see him walking into the ring or into the octagon. You're like, man, this guy looks really fucking dehydrated. Like, he does not look like himself, dude. And it happens a lot. Like, especially when they did the whole change where they're not allowed to use IVs and all that shit.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? They're gonna dehydrate themselves anyway.
Yeah.
Just allow them to have an IV so they could come back and just be coherent in a fight.
They try to stop it because of all the fucking blood doping that they were doing.
Yeah.
You know, where I mean, mind you, you're taking out your own blood and then you fucking pump it right back into you. Like, it's not a drug. It's your own blood being put into you, but you're getting more like the white blood cells, so your oxygen endurance goes up and all that stuff. But
I mean, it's crazy because what's the answer to this weight class problem? Because I've seen some people, like I saw this one in this Japanese guy. He needed help to stand on the scale. Like, that is not okay.
Yeah.
At what point does the commission be like, nah, you're not fucking fighting?
I mean, but in Japan, the rules are fucking brutal, dude.
Yeah.
Like, they've improved a little bit over the years, but I mean, like it was bad.
Dude, Pride, some of the greatest fights, but they also had some of the most stupid matchups.
It'd be like a tiny little guy fighting a giant, and the giant would get knocked out. You're like, what the fuck?
I feel like this is what, like, the gladiator days where you're just going to see someone get dismantled now. Dude, I saw this one chick. She was like a little Asian lady. Like, she was like 50, and then she fought this American chick that was all roided out, and she beat the shit out of that lady. That lady, she was running around the ring just trying to avoid those strikes. Did you see that?
No, but it sounds like a Japanese.
Yeah, I'm just dude. And the Japanese are just all entertained. I'm just like, what the fuck? This girl is so fucked. This lady's fucked.
Yeah, she's done.
Like, did they just pick her out of the crowd and fucking feed her to the fucking roided out white chick?
Sometimes it looks like that, man. Or maybe they fought when they were younger and
I wish
it's like, yeah, you fought when you're in your 20s, but dude, this is like 25, 30 years after. Like, I don't think you got it, lady.
Dude, coming up, they're gonna have the Pride Grand Prix for the heavyweight belt. They're gonna have tournament style.
The Heisen,
it's kind of like how Bellator's doing it.
Yeah, it is in Bellator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the Bellator
for the heavyweights.
one. Yeah, that's right.
But there's some big names. Ryan Bader's on there. King Mo's on there. Rampage Jackson. Fucking who else?
Well, it's because a lot of guys whose contracts expired, they didn't want to re-sign up with the UFC because of the whole Reebok thing. Took away their sponsors, so they went to Bellator.
Yeah, the Reebok thing. Fuck.
You want me to read it off?
Yeah.
Because all the brackets are set. It's an 8-man tournament. I think they're only doing one round. To start off.
So it's already listed all the matchups.
So Matt Mitrione will fight Roy Nelson.
Oh shit!
Ryan Bader will fight King Mo. Quentin Jackson will fight Chael Sonnen.
And let's break them all down. What was the first one?
Matt Mitrione versus Roy Nelson.
Okay,
I say Roy Nelson. That beer belly's gonna win it.
He's got the hands and he's got the chin, I think.
He could take the damage, but Matt Mitrione is no fucking. He throws some heat.
He's no joke. He knocked
out Fedor.
That's what I'm saying.
They dropped each other at the same time. Did you see that fight?
But I think Roy Nelson, like Chris said, has the chin for it.
Yeah. I think Matt Mitrione has the physical attributes, though. He's taller. He's longer. He's younger. Roy Nelson's been fighting for a long time, and he's only getting older. He's not in the best shape. He can take some damage.
He was never really in the best shape. Yeah. He was always a bigger dude, but he fucked people up left and right.
Now we're getting an aged fighter. Not only was he not in the greatest shape, he's still not, but now he's older.
Yeah.
And
but
his
wiser.
If you look at
Roy
his performance,
is older. Yeah.
He's getting older, and Matt Mitrione is just a lot, He's got a lot. He knocked out Fedor, so that's a big thing on his. He's had some.
He almost lost though that fight.
Yeah. Well, they both
got cracked. Yeah. They both cracked each other.
Yeah.
They both fucked each other up.
So what do you think?
I would pick Roy Nelson.
Roy Nelson. Mm-hmm. All right. I said my pick. Matt Mitrione. What's the next one?
We can do. I didn't say this one. Fedor Emelianenko versus Frank Mir.
I'm going Fedor.
Fedor.
I say Mir.
Dude, I think Fedor. Well, Frank Mir. One thing is he can't move like he used to.
No, not at all.
And he's had some knockout losses. And he's getting older. All these guys on here, not all of them, but some of them are aging more than others.
But they know that the money's still there.
They're all past their prime for sure.
Yeah, they're all past their prime. But I would say Fedor.
Fedor might be the best in the best shape.
I'll say
the
youngest.
Yeah.
I've always loved.
You got Fedor?
Fedor, I think.
I've always loved Frank Mir.
I say Fedor by knockout.
Yeah, I think Frank Mir doesn't have the chin.
I was gonna say Mir by decision, but
well, no, someone's getting knocked out.
possible. I can see him if he gets on top of him. His top game is crazy, and his submissions
Frank
from
Mir?
the top, are nuts.
But the fight starts standing.
Yeah,
And he's got to get a hold of Fedor.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's gonna be good. I love Fedor. Let's hear the next one.
All right, let's do Ryan Bader versus Muhammad Law.
King Mo. That was Ryan Bader. Isn't Ryan Bader's never fought at heavyweight?
I don't think I've ever really seen him fight.
He's never fought at. He's always been at 205, and now how is he gonna deal with the extra weight? He's gonna be
just
slower.
won his last fight. And I know, like, King Mo is kind of a small, like, even 205er. I feel like.
Yeah. You know what? That's a good matchup. I'd have to go with Reynolds.
Or so Ryan Bader versus
Ryan Bader.
I think Bader might be able to take.
I think
it.
Bader.
he could out-wrestle him.
I've never really seen
He's a great wrestler, Ryan Bader.
Yeah, I've never really seen him fight, so I can't really judge that one too much.
But then King Mo's knocking motherfuckers dead.
Yeah,
not even out, just dead.
Yeah, so it's like fuck. That's a hard one. I'd say Bader.
King Mo. I mean, he deserves all the credit in the world. Like, he'll get into tournaments and stuff. He'll fight anybody.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. Like,
But
He just loves to fight. That's a guy who loves to fight.
King Mo just beat Rampage, right?
And that was a very close fight, though.
Yeah, but that was a lackluster fight.
Yeah,
I think Ryan Bader's going to be able to push the pace a lot more.
I think so too. I think he's going to be.
And I say Ryan Bader.
Ryan Bader probably takes it. Yeah.
So we'll see.
You had King Mo?
Yeah, just because I haven't really seen Bader.
Okay.
I haven't seen Bader fight.
What's the next matchup?
Quentin Jackson versus Chael Sonnen.
Oh, that's going to be a fucking Chael. I say wrestle fucks him.
I'm going to have to go with my boy Quentin.
Quentin.
He's a gamer like I am. He's a great fighter. He's a fucking savage. I'm going to have to go with.
The thing that pisses me off when I watch Quentin Rampage Jackson is that he's so hesitant now to throw the bombs that got him successful. You know, so
just not just the bombs, but throwing the fucking fighters like he used to.
Yeah, like
catching them, slamming them. It's
he's still strong. He still has it, but he's so hesitant now.
He's cautious. It's good to be cautious, especially when you get older. You know, you don't know, like, if you get, like we were talking about earlier, you get caught, you get caught. You go in too wild sometimes. If you get caught, that's it.
But Chael isn't like that. I think Chael's going to really bring the fight to him.
Yeah, that one's going to be really good.
Like, does this make sense?
Be really, really
it makes sense, right? Like, because Chael's son, and he'll take the risk to get that takedown. And once he's got a hold of you, once Chael's son gets a hold of you, look at Anderson Silva. Dude. Anderson Silva, luckily, in like 2 minutes left of the fifth round.
But Quentin he has takedown defense. Like, he does. And he's big.
That's a monster.
Even that heavy. The thing is, Quentin might come in overweight because it's a heavyweight match, and he might just be lazy and it just might be extra weight.
Yeah,
Chael Sonnen, who knows? There's a lot of X factors.
I mean, Sonnen he's a monster too.
Some of these guys are natural heavyweights. Some of these guys aren't. So.
When Rampage fought King Mo, though, Rampage looked overweight. He looked big.
Yeah, he looked puffed out.
Yeah, and I just think Chael Sonnen, say he fights at his natural weight. What do you think it is? 225?
Chael Sonnen?
Yeah.
Like, just probably 220, probably.
220. All right, so Rampage is pushing 260, 255.
I would say over 230 for sure.
Yeah,
240.
Well, I think because King Mo, he weighed in at 240 when they fought, and I think Rampage was at like 263.
No way,
yes,
dude. That's
look it up.
Huge.
There's no way he was that big.
Look up weigh-in results. King Mo, Rampage Jackson.
There's no way he was that big.
262, 263. If I'm remembering correct, he got that fucking big. And you can tell, it looked like two different weight classes when they fought. Mm-hmm. So, and King Mo still won?
Yeah.
I'm just not too confident in Rampage anymore.
Well, maybe he's learned from that. Maybe he's dropped.
Yeah, but typically, I don't know. I don't think so. If you look at...
Holy shit. I mean...
What was it?
His last weigh-in was 253, so...
There you go. I was off by fucking 10 pounds. But that's fucking heavy.
And that was his last fight, so yeah.
King Mo, right?
He came in fucking heavy.
Yeah. So it's just like... I don't know. I think that's going to be... It's going to be harder to take him down then, since he's so much bigger.
We'll see what shape he comes in.
Yeah. I say Chael. Sonnen.
I'm still gonna go. Rampage, man. I'm going Rampage.
I'm gonna go Rampage. Yeah. Who do you think wins the tournament then? Matt Mitrione's the biggest guy there. They picked him to lose the first round. I'm just like,
I don't think I think
if he gets through Roy Nelson, he could take the tournament.
Yeah.
I think so.
Because everyone's so getting so much older. Like, this is a veteran.
When is this gonna happen? When is this going down?
The The first fight is, I think, next week or something. They're spreading it out. They're not going to do it. I think they're doing one fight at a time, right? They're not going to do one event.
I don't know. January 20th.
Yeah.
Okay.
God damn, I can't wait.
We have to get together and watch that, man.
Who do you think is going to take it?
Maybe Roy Nelson?
The whole tournament?
Yeah, I think he's got the takedown defense to deal with everyone.
Ooh, imagine fucking Sonnen
Roy
against Nelson.
isn't even close to the top 5 heavyweights ever to have lived. Fedor is. He's arguably one of the best heavyweights in all time.
Roy Nelson's fought like everyone though too. Like, you know,
he hasn't won everybody. He's fought everybody.
But he'll fight you to a decision.
What do you think of
5 rounds?
But is he gonna win? We're talking about, is he gonna win
against these guys? Thing? I think he can. A lot of them are undersized, and
I would not look past Matt Mitrione. Mitrione
could do it too. If he gets to Roy, he can do it.
I think he's underestimated. Matt,
he's got a glass jaw.
I think Nelson versus Sonnen would be a great fucking fight.
Roy Nelson versus Chael Sonnen.
I think that'd be a good fight.
I think Roy would just crush him. He would just.
You think Roy would just dominate him?
Takedowns and just mash him.
I don't know. Chael Sonnen.
Either way, it'd be fun to see.
Good.
Yeah. Chael Sonnen is so persistent with his takedowns. He just, I mean, he works for him.
The thing is, like, he's done a lot of jiu-jitsu recently. Like, and I know in his last fight, who did he fight? Like Tito.
Oh, it was horrible.
Well, he pulled guard, and that's the thing. I'm like, that's because you've been doing all that jiu-jitsu, and you're not. It's not like combat jiu-jitsu. You're just rolling, so you get used to certain things that you wouldn't do in an MMA fight.
Yeah.
And
what about Fedor versus Mitrione?
Fedor. Oh, they fought.
Did they?
Yeah, Fedor versus Matt Mitrione. Matt Mitrione knocked him out. It was perfect. They hit each other at the same time.
They could have gone the other way.
They knocked each other on their asses.
What if it ends up being them in the final to win to fight that shit?
I don't know, man. Fedor. You know what? Fedor is hands down one of the top 3 greatest heavyweights of all time, but he's just getting older. He's so seasoned. He's fought so many for so long. It's like, how many more wars can you have? All these wars are affecting you.
Just the way the bracket's set up, it looks like I think Fedor will get to the finals. Just on his side is Quentin Jackson versus Chael, and then he's fighting Frank Mir. And if he gets past Frank Mir, he could probably get past Quentin, or we'll see. I don't know. Like,
if Frank
a strong Quentin is a threat, but
yeah.
And Fedor is getting older, but he still has power.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yes, it will be.
And the thing is, they're all getting older, but they all fight different because they know what to expect from certain things. They know,
and I think that's a reason not to sleep on Frank Mir, because Frank Mir is so seasoned as well, but he knows so much.
Yeah,
his boxing is gotten good.
Because fighting is one thing, but you gotta know. Like where to be, how to counter, when to step in, when to back up. You got to know what you're doing in there, man. You got to have that experience, those years and years and years of getting hit in the face, hitting people in the face. You know,
yeah.
You got to know.
I think age is going to be a huge factor in this tournament.
Like you said, it's fucking chess in there, man. It's not just all brute strength.
Yeah.
You got to know how to read the person.
I fucking love MMA, and I fucking love that that's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to be nuts.
Dude.
So we're going to have a fun time watching all these.
Fuck yeah. A fight companion. We're watching them and breaking down the fights. Fuck yeah. Hey, we should do that, man.
I'm down.
I would love to do a podcast like that because that's why I go to Scratch.
We'll sit down, we'll get some pizza, shoot the shit.
There we go.
Talk. Watch some fights.
Yes.
That's why I love going to Scratch, because every pay-per-view I go there and I'm with like a camaraderie of MMA fans.
Yeah.
So when you're watching it with people that know that what they're talking about, they're making comments that you maybe didn't think about, and it's like, wow,
bro, you got to watch the World Cup with me, then, man.
Well, see,
I'll break down
I love
soccer.
The World Cup, watching the World Cup.
I'll break down soccer for you like a motherfucker. I'll break down what the team's doing wrong. I'm all about soccer,
dude. I hated when I sold cars and the World Cup would be on, because everyone's in front of a TV. No one's buying
during
cars.
The day.
Yeah, you're like,
you know how big soccer is in like a lot of countries in Europe.
Yeah.
Dude, they'll shut down for the game. Like the whole city shuts down. They're in a fucking pub or at the game.
What was that movie? Green Street Hooligans. Have you ever seen that movie?
Oh, I love it.
Oh, dude.
I've even seen Green Street Hooligans 2 and 3.
How were the second and the third one? Were they good?
I like them. Not as good as the first one, of course.
The first one was so great, dude. And then he fucking... Spoiler alert, he dies at the end. Not him, but somebody dies at the end. And it was just so dramatic. I'm like, fuck. Like,
but that's how like some of the fucking gangs and stuff are out there.
That's crazy. I know they fight in like mobs. Just like, that's so crazy.
They fight, they celebrate, they do all that stuff.
That's so crazy.
They're just, the passion for their sport is and their teams is just there.
It's crazy, you know, like the brutality of that, just that fact that is a thing. But it's just like you get knocked out the wrong way, it could be it for you.
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't know what you're putting your brain through.
Not just that, if you get
CTE
hit and
thing.
you slam your head, it's
Yeah. And going back to mental health, you know, like we need to protect our mental health.
Yeah, you heard what they found in Aaron Hernandez's brain, right?
No.
When they looked it up, I think they found that it was so severe for somebody his age. It should have been, like they usually find that kind of trauma and stuff like that in the brain, because it looked like it just shriveled up. Like there were sections where it just shriveled. And the part that it affected was the part where like you make conscious decisions, like rational decisions and stuff.
Yeah.
So like his brain was so like fucked up that he would just do things just in the spur of the moment, just fucking do them. Because he had no process of like thinking like maybe I shouldn't do that. Like it was just do it. And he was like 27 years old. He said that they're saying that the damage that in his brain that they found is equal to somebody who was around like their 60s or something.
So do you think CTE, because we are getting, you know, with modern technology, we could see how big of a problem it is. Do you think that's going to affect the sport of football at all?
It's already starting to. That's why they've implemented those rules where you can't go helmet to helmet. You can't slam your helmet into someone. Yeah. You have to go like to the sides and stuff like that. And that's why also they've implemented the rule where instead of you're kicking off from the 20 or from the 30, it's at the 35.
Okay. So they're making little changes.
Yeah, so like now most of every single kickoff that you see is going in the end zone. Most people are taking the knee and all that stuff. So it prevents people from running out too much and getting hit.
Gotcha. Wow.
That's why they do big fines on late hits, on like helmet to helmet hits. Like when you dive in with your helmet, they're fining a lot.
Well, I mean, that's why when people complain, you know, like about athletes making too much money, I mean, they're risking their mental health. You're not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not only that, they're like the hard work and training and everything else involved.
And you know how many soccer players have just spontaneously just been running and they get like a heart attack and die, or they get hit in the head by like the goalie or get just something, and then they're just dropping because they have like an aneurysm just on the field while they're playing and shit. And it's like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, it happens in every sport. Yeah.
You're starting to hear more.
Baseball players getting hit the ball with, imagine a 90-mile-per-hour fastball hitting you right in the face, dude.
Dude, I saw, fuck, that's just
a line drive or something,
Yeah, dude, just straight to your face.
So gnarly. I saw that where
it happens all the time, dude. It's not even like it's a once in a while. No, it happens all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And like they have their helmets, but they'll still get hit. That's why a lot of them wear the extra part with protects your chin.
Yeah.
But this is still open, and there's been so many times where they'll pitch the ball, and it's not even that the pitcher throws it at their head.
Yeah.
They'll foul tip it, but the ball, when they tip it
pops up.
Like, it'll just go straight from the bat to their fucking face. Or it'll like hit them in the throat and shit, and they're just down. Like, what the fuck, dude?
That's fucked up, dude.
Yeah. Like, they swing, imagine you're swinging, just bam, you hear that pop and just whack, just get smacked in the face. You're like, what the fuck just happened?
Dude, there's this chick I know, she plays softball, and that happened to her. She was a pitcher, and I saw the video footage. They recorded it. Someone recorded it, and she saved it and showed me. And she hit the softball, it hit her right in the eye, and then she sent me a snap of her smoking a blunt, and her fucking eyes just like
huge,
crazy huge. I'm like, oh fuck,
yeah,
it was bad, dude. Broke her. I think she broke her orbital bone.
Yeah, probably.
That's why they also made that rule in baseball now that a catcher can't be blocking the bases anymore. Can't block home plate.
Yeah.
Anymore because they truck them, they get hit and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's why you have to be like on the side and you have to get the tag.
Jeez, those motherfuckers run fast too.
Yeah.
Running at someone that's
you run full speed, right? You just keep going.
And you imagine being the catcher, just holding your fucking shit out, just get the tag, and you get fucking rocked and still try to hold on to that goddamn ball.
Baseball is probably one of the sports that would have less CTE cases, just because. I mean, it does happen, but for the most part, it's not always going to happen.
It's one
football, you're guaranteed to have.
Yeah, you're getting hit in the fucking head.
Yeah,
like, doesn't matter what you're doing.
But you think it'll ever go anywhere? Like,
soccer has a lot of your CTE too.
Yeah, because a lot of heading the ball, and a lot of times
they run into each other.
Yeah, when you go to head the ball, you slam heads together and shit without helmets, without anything. Rugby too.
Yeah, for sure, rugby. Like,
dude, those motherfuckers are brutal.
You see some Samoan there's this guy I went to high school with. What's his name? Joe Fiola.
Joe Fiola?
Yeah. I follow him, and he's always posting videos of him going, but he's just such a beast. Like, he's so dominant, just dropping motherfuckers.
Well, you know who plays rugby too, right? Remember John Colin?
John Cullen.
Yeah, migrated, played football, tall white dude.
Yeah.
He's in the military and stuff now, but he played football. Like
Dude,
he played
that
for
guy's
Utah.
super huge.
He played football
like
for Utah.
6'5" and just yoked.
Yeah, he's up there like 6'5",
6'4"
6'6",
or something, or I don't know.
Yeah, but he played football for Utah.
One of my first
went to the
parties
pros
I
for a
ever
little
been to
bit.
was at his house.
Yeah, he went. He got drafted, did the preseason stuff, didn't make it, and then he went back to Utah, played rugby, went professional in rugby, and then he joined the military. I'm gonna actually try to get him on once he's back.
Yeah, I'm sure he has some interesting shit to say.
But yeah, dude, like definitely, like those guys are just monsters. Most protection. Some of them wear the helmets, the little tiny foam, not foam, but like padded helmets.
Yeah. Hey, one thing we should make. Oh, sorry.
No, go.
Okay. One thing that we should make an effort to say is that, from here on out, if you guys have ideas or something that you want us to discuss and break down, and just DM us, let us know, contact
send us a message,
and
man.
we'll talk about it. Like, I love this shit.
It's fun.
Breaking down, a friend of ours is in the industry of mental health, so it's cool that we talked about it.
About that a little
but who
bit.
knows? If we got some cool topics that can use some attention, let's do it.
We'll talk about anything, man.
There's a free
Anything.
forum for any of that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, and stop jerking off in front of people.
Yeah. I thought that was a no-brainer.
Even if you ask for permission, and
I thought that was a no-brainer.
That was only like one dude.
no, it was a lot of them.
Really?
Dude,
Yeah.
the whole Hollywood thing.
Yeah, but I mean, I thought it was just that
Louis?
the producer.
Oh, Harvey Weinstein. No, Louis was doing it too. Louis C.K.
I wonder what
Oh,
percent.
he flashed somebody.
No, he was jerking off in front of people.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I thought it was
It's a thing.
I thought it was like a one-time thing and like a chick at a hotel.
No, it was multiple times.
It's a bipartisan issue.
I just stay away from that shit. I don't even want to look into all this Hollywood shit. Like,
Yeah. But you have to though, because oh my God, what's his name? Corey Feldman. He's been talking about the pedophilia ring in the industry since he was little, because he was the crazy military kid from Stand By Me.
He's the one who accused Kevin Spacey, right?
No. He's a different one.
Okay.
But his friend Corey, I think his name was Corey too, but he was the main kid, Lucas, in the movie Lucas.
Okay.
The one who got picked on by the football players and all that stuff. But he was talking about how, I guess supposedly, if I heard it right, it was like Charlie Sheen who tried to make a move on him and stuff like that too. And like all other like producers and stuff like that would do that. Corey Feldman was saying that he actually name dropped one of the guys who molested him when he was younger. Right. Said that there was a big ring, and there still is, like in the entertainment business.
Fuck, man.
Of pedophilia.
What
with
a
like little boys
reality,
and little girls and
huh?
shit like that out there. Yeah.
That's horrible that's a thing.
Yeah.
They
They used to have like special clubs where the kids, like the minors that weren't old enough to go to real clubs, they'd have like clubs for the kids and stuff. So they'd go there, and
Jeez.
That's where shit would go down.
And that would just fuck them up for life. Like there's no way.
Yeah, that's why. And
they
like,
could live a normal life.
The thing is,
that
Corey
way.
Feldman would tell people. He started telling stuff when he was younger, and like he would go to the media and all this stuff, and nobody would believe him and all this shit. And all of a sudden, they're saying that Corey Feldman's going crazy, all this, blah blah blah. But then, how do you think someone's going to react when you're telling them like, no, this is going down. Like I've been raped, I've been all this stuff, and no one's fucking believing me. Like just because those people are they have so much goddamn power.
I think the penalty for stuff like that should be the equivalent to murder. Like if you're touching kids or you're doing, because you're mentally fucking them their whole life.
Yeah,
and then they can't get rid of their past.
They're like little 12-year-old kids.
But so they need to be.
Kids, like,
I mean, people like that. This world does not need. And
they're sodom, and a lot of it is they're sodomizing little boys, dude. Like
it's fucking so gross. It's gross that there's fucking people like that.
And then that takes us back to the mental health issues, because that fucks them up for life.
Yeah, and
fucks them up.
And it's just like, we don't think about it enough, but our sanity, or just our lives in general, we're so blessed to have, the ability to talk about things. And I haven't had anything substantial like that happen to me.
Right.
So, but you got to appreciate your sanity, just because something like that will devastate you your whole life.
Yeah, it's gonna fuck you up. It's gonna give you like those mental and emotional scars.
They can live a whole life of depression because some sick fuck decided to fucking. That's why I think it should be like, I mean, depending on the case, but it should be like 25 to life.
Louis C.K. was the first one to come out and straight up say, like, yeah, I did it. It was wrong. I was in a different place then, because it was like 15 years ago or something. He's like, no, it's wrong. He not so much apologized, He was saying, he's like, yeah, I shouldn't have used my power to my advantage and stuff like that, taking advantage of that stuff. And
but on the other side of the coin, there's a lot of girls that are taking advantage of the opportunity with these celebrities to further their careers. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, so I think some of these allegations you're going to see, I'm sure they were looking for something to gain from the situation as well. You know, maybe it happened, maybe it worked for them. I get there's also going to be a lot of stories you're not going to hear because they are furthering their career because they did some shit like that.
And
you're not going to hear
they're not
those.
proud of it, but
they're not going to admit.
It's still going to kind of fuck you up. It's like, wow, like I got this part that made me huge because I did X. Or
maybe you won't think that of that at all, and you'll just be like, I did what I did, and now I'm here. I'm at now. So it's like, fuck it. So, like you said, some things are going to affect one person one way. Some things are going to affect another person another way.
I'm sure Monica Lewinsky didn't expect all that attention and stuff just from hooking up with the president.
She's just like, all these dicks I sucked. The one that fucked me was you, Billy.
And I'm sure there was more women.
Fuck you, Billy.
Fuck you, Billy.
I'm sure there was more women than just her who did that, you know?
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, it's crazy. Like what?
It's nuts. No pun intended, but it's fucking nuts.
Yeah. Well, that's why they're saying, like, or Joe Rogan had a conversation one time where they should make prostitution legal. Just because, whether one way or another, like say you're investing money, like you're taking a chick on a weekend trip or whatever, that's costing you dollars and you guys are going to have fun and you guys are going to probably fuck whatever.
Yeah.
Or what if you just, that money, you decide you want to go pay some other girl and then just do it up front like that. You know what I mean? Shouldn't it be their choice as a fucking American?
Yeah, if they want to do it, and it'll help them be safer about it too.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, so like I said on that one podcast, with legalization comes, there's better ways to handle things when we legalize it and we could control it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think if we're going to be a free country, a free society, I mean, I know there's some things that you got to draw lines to, but I mean, I think freedom to do with what, if you want to work and that's how your day of work is, what you should have that right. I think
because check it, prostitution's illegal, but as long as you have a camera in the room and you post it up, that's fine because technically at that point it's pornography.
Yeah.
That's the thin line.
Yeah, but there it is. There's got to be a camera.
That's the thin line.
The consent. Yeah. There's got to be the consent of the video.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's just like a fucking putting a hidden camera somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that is the line.
That's that line between prostitution and being a.
I wonder. Has it always been illegal here, or like since?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but I don't know. We just got to look into it. Like weed was legal forever until the 30s.
Yeah, until they didn't want.
Until fucking William Randolph Hearst, that asshole.
Son of a bitch.
It's okay. We got it back. Dude, I love how
for now, well, not federally, but statewide.
Yeah. But I think it's only a matter of time before it is federally accepted.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we're already in. If
there's so many.
At first, it was one state that legalized it.
I was surprised.
Now there's 4.
I was surprised they didn't pass the first time. It was through the bill in California.
I mean, it just takes time.
Yeah.
We got to change minds. We got to change ideas. That's why education is so key, because we're able to make these points to the older generations that they grew up with weed was demonized.
Yeah. I was really surprised that Nevada passed it. That Nevada passed it.
Oh, did they?
They had some of the strictest fucking laws with weed.
Fucking Arizona didn't.
I know.
Dude, they treat you like a fucking asshole if they find you with weed in Arizona.
Yeah, you don't want to get pulled over in Arizona.
They treat it like a drug. Like, you're really going to treat me a certain way because I have this, but you guys are fucking drinking and fucking taking all your pills and all your other shit, but that's okay?
Yeah, it's bullshit. It's the hypocrisy.
But it just doesn't make sense. The argument, I would love to have a conversation with somebody that's going to argue how weed is a more fucking deadlier drug than any other thing that is legal. Like, I want to hear the other side that makes sense. And because it just doesn't make sense.
It's rare that you're going to hear it.
Yeah,
it's super rare that you're going to hear it.
In what way is it worse than alcohol?
It's not.
It's not, right? But
I don't think anybody's ever died from marijuana. Yeah.
2 people have?
No, 2 minutes.
2 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
Till the time.
But see, I don't. But so what argument is there? If
there's really no argument.
Yeah, but since there is no argument, you still get some people that will argue through their teeth about it, how bad it is now, this and that. It's just like,
because
you're just ignorant now.
It's because how society and all that has trained them to be.
But we got to get past that. It's 2017. We have information. We have the answers to why.
Yeah, but it's 2017, but yet there still is racism, and it is alive and flowing.
It is, and
there's a lot of inequality.
I met this guy from the UK, and he was telling me how race is more of an issue in the United States than it is in Europe.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like over there, black people have white girlfriends, and
not just that. I see it as this: you ask an Indian guy who was born and raised in England, and you're like, "Oh, dude, where you from, or what are you?" He's like, "Oh, I'm English." Mm-hmm. You know. Here you ask someone like, "Oh, what are you?" "I'm African American." "I'm Mexican American."
Yeah.
"I'm this." It's like, no, you're fucking American. If you're born and raised here, you're American, dude. It doesn't matter what you are. Like, if that's how they act in every fucking other country, why not here?
I mean, I think there is some progress. It's a slow progress,
but that's the thing we need to cut out. Like, stop saying blah 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 American. You know, just call yourself American. Like, what are you? I'm American.
Yeah.
What's your heritage? Oh, my heritage is blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, your race, you're fucking American, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you're American.
I like Morgan Freeman's stance on it. He goes, I hate Black History Month. He goes, I don't like it because it's separating us. Like, race is an issue because we make it an issue. But when we stop separating months for different races, all we're doing is segregating ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, let's just not even make it an issue. Because then you got the white people. Well, where's our White History Month? And then now you got fucking people. You're dividing someone. When that thing shouldn't just be there. Let's take it out of the equation.
I mean, it's cool to have cultural appreciation, which that's awesome. You know, Chinese New Year, people celebrate that. You know, St. Patrick's Day for the Irish, Cinco de Mayo, all this stuff, which for the most part gives Americans just an excuse to fucking drink on a different day. Like, even though they're gonna do it anyway.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, but it's like we celebrate Halloween, but then there's still, I've seen more and more Americans starting to celebrate the Day of the Dead.
Yeah. I want to go to New Orleans. I want to go to New
Mardi
Orleans.
Gras.
Yeah. When is Mardi Gras?
I'm not sure.
Isn't it like in May or something? I don't know.
Maybe.
But dude, imagine going there for that. I hear it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I have a buddy that goes every year for Halloween. That would be sick too.
In February.
February? Okay.
February 13th?
February 28th.
Damn.
That's when it started.
Okay.
My friends are there right now. Actually, no, I think they just flew in today. Flew back.
We need to go there. Check it out.
Hell yeah.
I think that's going to be it for this week's
episode. That was a good podcast. I like how we broke down that dude.
That was fun.
That's going to be badass.
I really want to watch that, man.
What's up?
I really want to watch those.
Hell yeah.
I want to watch those fights.
Well, get to edit, motherfucker.
Well, I got to, bitch.
Cool.
Shit. Get off my juice, man.
That was cool.
Be fun.
Are we done?
Just fade it out, man.
All right.
Play that.
That was really cool.